play that they've had, and those numbers prove just that. The shooting numbers getting better each year. That they stay on top of Arike Ogunbowale because she can get hot in 0.2 seconds and change this entire game around.
Everyone on this planet has seen her get hot at different times in the game. Brittany Griner asking for the ball against Tierra McCowan. Works all the way around the paint and can't connect. Arike, who got her first points in the third quarter, sends it to Maddie Siegrist, who's off. Maddie gets it back, asks for the ball, off, well, drops in, almost rimmed out.
Yeah, Jones thought she had the steal, went around the top, and just missed it, giving Siegrist an easy 2.
Maddie Siegrist, 8 points, 5 rebounds in her 16 minutes of play, and a push at the top of the key.
About to get the Hallie bounce. The Halliburton bounce.
What the Hallie?
You know you know.
I wanted to say a lot more there.
But McCowan, easy 2 for her. We remember McCowan is a big body as well. Look at her compared to Brittany Griner. They're almost the same height, but McCowan a bigger body. And she gave us fits over the last few seasons with her size alone.
Absolutely. That was a big reason why Atlanta made the adjustments 2 seasons ago with going after a dominant big. Last year they had Tina Charles and Cheyenne Parker-Tyus on the roster. Another turnover for Atlanta, and Alisha Gray denies Arike. Maddie again in the right place at the right time, and a surge for Dallas. Plenty of time left for the Wings as they come out of the break with the ball.
And then we also mentioned, to Autumn's point, how many superstars we have on this team. And when you come down to crunch minutes and crunch seconds in the game, that can be confusing if you've always been the go-to person. Do I allow somebody else to get it off? Do I get it off?
4 seconds left. Gray looking to heave it, does, can't get it off. Arike comes down with it before the violation. Arike with 5 points, 2 for 9. You think it's her time. She took a slip. Tierra, actually a jump ball with Ryan Howard.
McCowan wants the foul.
But she's saying it was actually Brittany Griner that was going to do the jump. I don't know if Ryan Howard is trying. You've seen her jump out of the gym before, but 6'7" is different. Ty Harris pulls up, drains it. How about Ty Harris coming back to Dallas, a place that drafted her, spent some time with Connecticut the last 2 seasons, finding her way back into this uniform, drains the 3 from outside.
And right here, Atlanta having to get creative with bringing up the basketball because no Jordan Canada, no Tahina Pow, who we haven't seen since the first quarter.
It's a single-digit lead for Atlanta. BG off, Bree Jones, another rebound, going at Siegrist. Here comes Dallas. They're on a run, literally, and blocked!
I think all the South Carolina fans in total
run over the last 4 minutes of play, and Atlanta hasn't scored in the last 3 minutes. The dish, Tierra, short. Maddie, another rebound.
That can't happen.
What a second half Maddie Siegrist is having off the bench. 10 points and 8 rebounds.
Ryan Howard trying to get back to being aggressive offensively because that's when Atlanta was at their best and they had a 20-point lead when they were aggressive getting 2 feet in the paint.
Now up only 7 points with 6 minutes to play. Outside 3, off the mark for Charles, and Atlanta will get it back. Nia Coffey on the line. Actually, they'll say it's a foul. Yep. This quarter, Dallas is 6 for 12 from the field. Atlanta 0 for 7. They're still looking for their first bucket in the fourth. Gray delivers.
Beautiful finger roll going to the left for Alisha Gray.
Still a single-digit lead for Atlanta after being up 20. Arike sends it back out to Nalissa Smith, who just checked in and gets fouled on the 3. Well, Nalissa Smith lines it up for the first and off for the attempt, who has struggled from the free throw line this season, the 2nd overall pick in 2019. Actually went behind Ryan Howard.
Yeah, right behind.
Knocks down another. Well, the next has one more on the way.
So that still counts as an attempt for Nalissa Smith, correct?
Yes.
All right, so right now they still have her as 1 for 1. I'm sure that'll be up and left.
The dive and the bucket for Charles. What a find underneath. It's a 5-point game tap.
This Dallas team has done this in every game so far this season. And they've been right there. They're 0 for 3, but they've been right there with every team. No loss greater than 10, all single digits.
What I love, Coach Snesko said before the game, no lead is safe. We've seen it in the WNBA side as Gray able to put that one back, extending their lead a bit.
Tip drill. My teammates used to think tip drill was not so smart and a waste of time, but Alicia Gray proving right there that you can use that at any point in your career. Good defense from Bree Jones to not foul Nalissa Smith right there on that 5-footer layup to the basket.
Less than 5 minutes ago here in the 4th quarter, Ryan Howard able to get it to Maya Caldwell. That hit every part of the rim.
Good job by Ryan Howard, however. She's sitting at 6 points, not her best game, but she's got 8 assists. She's been getting trapped in double team as the primary ball handler for Atlanta with no true point guard in, and she's been handling it great, finding the open shooters, and they've been rewarding her with the assists.
Well, she said, wait a minute, they didn't add it yet. And Ryan Howard is something that is very special to her, even though she has spent the last 3 seasons going back and forth between Atlanta and Indiana.
Indiana's where she was drafted. But I'm sure she'd rather be here, being a UGA grad.
Nia Coffey put on the moves, couldn't connect at the rim. Paige Beckers and Tierra McCowan will check in at the next dead ball. Paige Beckers has 3, Tierra McCowan with just 2 fouls. Ball goes up and another foul is committed, so stops the clock, and Ty Harris will get 2 at the free throw line.
Ty Harris is doing exactly what she's supposed to do. What we're talking about the Dream doing, putting her foot on the pedal, trying to create some contact. And right here, you've got Gray riding the hip, and that is absolutely a foul. And right here for Atlanta, they've got to dial in defensively and offensively. The last few games, they talk about closing possessions, closing games, as Harris knocks down the first free throw, but they've all been close.
So as Tierra McCowan comes in, so does Brittany Griner.
Atlanta said, You 6'7", I'm putting in 6'9".
Ty Harris drops that one in. Alicia Gray with 4 fouls. She'll stay in the game as we're approaching the 3-minute mark. Wings on an 18-7 run as the backdoor look for Nia Coffey.
Absolutely beautiful right there. The cross match on Coffey. She had 2 littles on her and still knocked down the reverse layup.
Ty Harris. It's like, let me introduce myself. Can light it up as well. The screen at the top by Nia Coffey got Charles off the mark. Alicia Gray, bottom of the net.
Atlanta did everything right in that sequence. The screening from Nia Coffey to stay steady.
Maya Caldwell doing a great job containing Arike in the open floor. That is a tough assignment. 10 on the shot clock. Charles going against Nia Coffey and finds the bucket.
She is strong, Angel. I talked about them guns earlier in the game, how cut she is, but she is strong. It is hard to move her off her course.
Talking about the opportunity she's been able to have this season. She had 8 points against Minnesota, and she's been lighting up so far today in the second half. 5 on the shot clock. Again, Gray short on this attempt, and of course, Nia Coffey coming up, sending it back out. They have time with the reset, and that's just short for Alicia Gray. Paige, who is rested, gets the ball back, looking for the spot on the floor and couldn't connect over the outstretched arm of BG.
Yeah, Brittany Griner, 6'9", 7-foot wingspan, affected every bit of that shot. And Ryan Howard have to show off her handles on the rookie. as point guard right now for this Atlanta Dream team.
Ryan Howard gets the switch. Ty Harris tried to contain, and she wanted every...
Had a bad game, but she's been finding her teammates off the double screen, having to act as the point guard today with no Pow Pow and no Jordan Canada.
Not only that, everyone being active on the boards as well. The Dream have a season-high 42 rebounds. You know that number is going to continue to tick up as they find the chemistry with their new bigs.
Absolutely, the rebounds and 22 assists. We talked, you know, Carl Smesco talked about the rebounding. He also talked about sharing the ball.
Just a 9-point game, a reset. Timeout for Dallas. As far as timeouts remaining, Dallas has 2 and Atlanta has 2. Gray tried to beat Charles there. Tierra McCowan on the deck. There goes BG as well, and we have another tie-up with Brittany Griner and Charles at half court. The floor with Brittany Griner and Tierra McCowan. It was like music should have been added. Tierra McCowan definitely wasn't involved in the tip. It was Charles that was going against.
But, you know, we'll take it, you know.
Look at Tierra like, wait a minute, but I thought it was me.
Now, Tierra,
Eric Bruton is all over that. The vet sends a tap up. And apparently Biggs struggle with jump balls 2-tap.
Maybe it's Eric Bruton.
Maybe it's you. Final minute of play. It's been close in this fourth quarter. Dallas has tried to push their way back into this game, being down as many as 20. Ryan Howard couldn't connect on the triple. Dallas has to score in a hurry. Missed the ball. Charles tried to get cute. And Ryan Howard gets fouled on the attempt.
And so we look at the shot selection from Ryan Howard. Wasn't sure about the 3 that she just took, even though it looked like it was going down. But I love the fact that she got it back, right? She got the steal.
Double watch, 7 points, 10 assists, 7 rebounds, to your point, has done a little bit of everything for this team. And in the absence of Jordan Canada and Tahina Pow Pow, yes, Shatori Walker-Kimbrell's had to come in for spells at the PG position, but Ryan Howard also has been put in a position to be a facilitator for this team.
Absolutely, she can play 1 through 5 pretty much for this squad. That puts her up to 9 points. Hopefully she can knock down another one to get double digits, but just has played a phenomenal game.
Paige finds Charles, a quick release, and it goes down. Plenty time left. 8-point game, but no foul being committed. The shot clock is off, and it looks like they'll let him dribble it out at half court. Charles still wondering. Paige comes over, and Ryan Howard will say that'll be about it. Paige